Oh, right. And I'm back. You did just turn back up in between the two games, yes. Let me go and tweet out that this is going live, and then we'll go from there. While I'm doing that, I'm gonna talk about, there's a, I found this phone game. I had to get it on itch.io. It's a little too similar to, it's a little bit too similar to this game. It's sort of like, imagine if They Are Billions was fun. It seems like it would be better on the computer. It is called Mindustry. It is, aside from the awkward controls, really solid. Vegex, thank you for the 20 months of support. It does kind of that Factorio thing, but it only does that Factorio thing after you've defeated the waves that are coming for you, and then you have to like convert your like your research tree continues between like fights, so you want to like grind up all of your stuff. Like you want to make sure that you upgrade all of your equipment before you move on to the next zone, but there's only certain like stuff. That's that Factorio game that's all wintry. Yeah, exactly. It's pretty good. Okay, right. So I was gonna set this up so that way it hooks into there, but I couldn't because I didn't have enough. Right, okay. It's not Frostpunk, no. Also, the game looks like it's chugging real hard. Okay, that looks better. I feel like I probably wouldn't give much of a shit if I was on fire. Like, that seems like it would suck, but I don't know. I feel like people who burn to death because of self-immolation are just like skill issue. Like, get good? Have I seen that video of that cat whose tail is on fire? That sounds very upsetting. No. The cat is fine. Okay, that's important information. Those monks that, like, self-immolate and then they just do the like, meditation pose thing, kind of baller. I mean, it was for really sad reasons that they went through all that trouble, but, you know. Death is intended to happen? What if... Get good. Yeah. What if they're just scrubs for dying? What a great way to start a VOD. I've been streaming for like 2 hours, so I figured I'd just, like, you know, say some random garbage, because it makes chat go, what the fuck are you talking about? And that's always good. I like that. Okay, no power, right, I need to hook it up. And then I have coal tech now, so I could, like, get that going, and I probably should. I've been having some real bad bouts with insomnia recently. I don't know what that is, but I woke up at like 4 or 5 this morning. I'm all right. Weather changes? God, no. In Texas, the weather is hot. That's what we do here. Hot. All right, so to make a pole, what do I need? I need some more of the sandbag things, the concrete. How did you not know that it had CBD in it? Dude, when I take CBD, it, like, I know. Oh, it probably tasted like dank as fuck. All right, this hooks us up to the main line. CBD was in small letters. Okay, fair enough. Because matcha will do that too? Because it tasted like grass. Okay. Oh, don't do this. All right, now I gotta figure out where my last telephone pole was. Fortunately, not that far. All right, continuing on. I have been noticing that I've like gained a small tolerance to it, which is kind of shit. Gaining a tolerance to your sleep medicine is not good. I don't know if I've ever had matcha. No, I have. I did a tea ceremony once. One of the things you have to learn a casual amount about if you're gonna do kendo. Well, to properly do kendo, you have to learn all aspects of it. I didn't get into the horseback riding or anything, but the rest of it. Oh, I see. That's the issue. You have to do horseback riding if you're a samurai. It's like part of the true samurai tradition. You gotta do horseback riding and a bunch of other shit. Okay, so now we have a power pole that goes all the way out here, so we get coal now. Now, I probably don't want to do it this way, but if it's going that way, that's fine with me too. Power coal generator. Burns coal to boil water that produces steam to rotate turbines to generate electricity for the power grid. Has a piping for both coal and... okay. All right, so I guess I need to find water. Yeah, let's maybe start with that. And water could be anywhere along this line, too. I don't think that that's water down there. And if it is, I can't get to it anyway. I don't think I saw any water while coming here, but I wasn't really paying attention. There's an artifact up on one of these things here. There's like a rock That's like, climb me, asshole. Samurai learned horseback riding as soon as the Portuguese touched land. That checks out. Honestly, if I saw a horse for the first time and they were like, yeah, you just hop on. It's like, why? Go fast. Huh. Oh, in relationship to guns. Okay. Japan has horses. Okay,
I strongly advise you to harvest this specimen.
I would love to do that. Yeah, samurai, as much as like, you know, it's cool to be like, oh, there was, you know, honor or whatever to not use guns. They're still soldiers. They're gonna, you go, hey, you can either hit someone with a sword that might break, or you could use gun.
Your contract legally compels you to harvest this artifact. Harvest it.
I'm trying. Has anything from the Discord suggestion thing piqued my interest? I'll probably check it after this stream. I'll probably check it tomorrow because seems like Baldur's Gate is kind of dead. Also, there must be some crazy stream going on or something because there's a considerable lack of people. Which must mean that there are other streamers streaming at the same time. I still like your Baldur's Gate streams. I still like Baldur's Gate, and I'd love to see the end of it. But if the choice is... Okay. Vinny was live earlier. That would explain some things. And when you say Fred, do you mean Fat Nuts? Vinny and Yoel were on at unusual hours. Okay. So maybe that wasn't Baldur's Gate. Oh, hey, it's an artifact. Let me pick this bitch up. Don't tell me about it. Was that a waterfall? That's a whole ass waterfall. There's gotta be closer water than that. Can I like scan for water? No. Okay. I've never seen this game before in my life. This game is like Factorio, where you have to make a factory. You land on a planet with like nothing at all to your name, and you have to like make that into a sprawling factory that mines all of the planet's good resources. Factorio is this game, but 2D and made by a pedophile. Allegedly. I mean, you know. He seems like he likes things that pedophiles like. Oh, is it every hour it's installed? I thought it was per install. So is this land Subnautica? Somewhat, yeah. Yeah, that's honest. Yeah, but like then you can do shit like this. I built this clusterfuck. It may be ass, but it's my ass. There's his ass. And if you uninstall and reinstall, it counts as 2 installs. That's amazing. Okay, that was my understanding of it, but I don't think I saw any water on the approach here. Well, it doesn't charge end users, right? It charges the company that owns the game. Well, I was pointing out that also Hearthstone runs on Unity. And then you just need to uninstall and reinstall Hearthstone 580 trillion times or whatever. It does, yeah. Listen, I don't have a beef with you. Why do you got a beef with me? They're kind of fun to fight. Now, several people in chat have said that that probably won't, like, people will dispute that contract because it's stupid as shit. But, you know. Unity apparently is very in the red. Why would you even do this? Like, how is this supposed to be good for the company? Have I watched Gurren Lagann? No, I'm aware of it. That's the one with the girl with the titties and the bikini, right? And then my drill will be the cock that pierces the heavens. That's all I know about it. I'll be honest with you. No, but exactly. No, exactly, but yes. Okay. There's a snail down there that I don't really feel like dying to get. There's a few good Got It games. Why do these guys always hang out near, like, the resources? Like, what is your damage? This iron could be pretty useful. Thank you. God, that was annoying. I can't even pick up the thing now. Like, that's the thing is, like, do I just not play indie games for a bit until this gets sorted out? Is it worth doing, like, major damage to a company like Blizzard or someone else who uses Unity for a really popular game? Just that way they push forward with a lawsuit that saves the indie devs from problems? On an individual level, you won't make an impact. No. Like I said, in order to bankrupt Blizzard, based on their currently evaluation, you would have to do it like trillions of times, and that's assuming that that's actually being cataloged somewhere, somehow. I don't know how you would. I honestly thought about streaming Hearthstone today. Like, I made a deal with y'all to never stream it, but I feel like the focused malice of attempting to get people to install Hearthstone en masse Not because I think it's a, you know, a game worth playing anymore, because honestly, there are better card games at this point. PvE in Hearthstone is genuinely fun. Well, I made a deal with you guys that I wouldn't stream or play Blizzard games ever again if you guys did the same. I mean, most people stop doing that, which is the thing. The Rad Bomber, I know. I remember someone was telling me that I needed to remove my, like, Hearthstone VODs of, like, an expansion that came out. The Blizzard hate is, like, I mean, I'm still talking about how they banned people from competitive play because they acknowledge that Taiwan is, in fact, its own not China company, or not company, but country. I mean, the Overwatch thing is a thing as well. Here's Catnrim ore. It was Hong Kong? Okay, well, it's been a minute. Point is that I asked, like, if I don't stream Hearthstone games ever again, you'll do the same, right? That didn't really seem to work out. But, you know. What about the sex pest room? What? I mean, there's a handful of good reasons to boycott Blizzard. Nothing important right now. I was just saying we could weaponize the fact that Unity is shitting the bed. Have I seen water ever? They had to build Cosby room. Plains is screwed for water. I see. There's water. I assume this is water here. I knew I had seen some, but I'm like, where? So we probably don't build the coal generator now down where the coal comes from. That seems reasonable. Okay, the water is here. Right next to the asshole. Hi. Okay, so now I gotta make some kind of pump or something, I would assume. Production? Water extractor. I'm missing copper sheets. Let's fucking go. Games Workshop has a Ricky Gervais room? What? 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 Okay. I think that was a hypothetical. Okay, I was gonna say, like, what? I feel like I would have heard about that. I think everyone kind of has an understanding of what a copper sheet is, and that it's like some technical mumbo jumbo bullshit. Does that make sense? I think that's the reason why it always appears in these games. Looks solid. Let's go. All right. All right. Hopefully the last time I'll ever have to do that. Copper sheets. My copper is coming from over here. $20 copper sheets. Got it? Logistics, splitter. I'm probably gonna keep this as a bit spaghetti. I'm trying to make it not spaghetti, but you know, also, yeah. All right, so how does one actually make copper plates? Copper sheets are just copper ingots? Why do I have the stuff to make multiple copper ingots? Yeah, okay, so it's just, okay, easy. Constructor. I finished the next book in that series I was talking about yesterday, the America Falls thing. So I'm on to book 5 now? I had just started to get close to the end of 3 yesterday and just couldn't sleep, so I just stayed up and listened to it. Might have been part of the reason that I had bad sleep, but you know. That looks real bad. The villains are starting to get a bit silly, but overall it's a pretty good series. I mean, especially because like it's on as an audiobook for free on the author's thing. It's, you know, it's not really breaking the mold too much, but just like, I don't know, it's pretty okay. I kind of wish that, I guess minor spoilers, the love interest for the main character had more personality. I was trying to think about like what her personality was like, because I was like, no, this book's better written than that, right? And I was like, she's and then I couldn't think of a single word that described her aside from girl. So that's a problem with the series, but you know, aside from that, also, they refer to magazines as clips. This is something that only gun nuts care about. But anytime someone who's a supposed gun nut is her... See, they don't describe her boobs, because when you first meet her, because of the nature of the book, everyone who's alive is either under the age of 17 or Chinese. Because so the plot of the book is that China creates a bioweapon that does not affect Chinese people, like, at all. This book was made in, well, the second book came out in 2019, as I was saying. And they use it as a way to, like, you know, just attack nations that they want to attack. You just show up after the thing has fucked everything up, and then you're good. You don't even have to, like, actually do a proper invasion. All you got to do is, like, force the children to do it. Unfortunate timing, yeah. Show up, brap, clean up, yeah. And, like, they tested it out on Korea, and that worked. So then they brought it over to America, and it successfully worked. In this story, America did fall, hence the name of the series. Right, Abby? I'm in here, Abby Babby. Yeah. 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 Amazing foresight. Yes. Yes. So obviously the main characters are all, like, young, excluding one character that I think shows up in book 2, who's from China, but, like, not supporting China. Like, he was born in China, then they moved to America, so he's like, yeah, I mean, listen, the plot is real. Like, we're talking, like, this is definitely not the strongest plot in the world. How racist is their name? It's not. It's actually, like, fairly okay as far as that goes. There is a character who is just a racist asshole, and he will use a slur in every sentence that is, like, possible for him to use it in, but he's considered an asshole, and he gets his shit kicked in. Spoilers. So yeah, exactly, racists do exist, so, like, you know, I think it's okay to have them in books, and I think it's okay to use slurs in books when you're making a racist character. It's not like they're gonna make up a new slur just for the sake of having a new slur. Hi, Abby. Is this broken for some reason? I didn't set this up to actually do the thing. That's my take. I could be wrong. Hi, Abby. Is that what you think? Are you a little baby? Okay. I know that there are people who say that you shouldn't write villains at all. I think that that's very short-sighted. And you're allowed to enjoy shit that I don't. There's definitely types of books that I don't read. I think that you can have a character who states beliefs that you don't espouse. You can even have a character who's considered the good guy that does fucked up things. I know, Abby. Abby, what are you talking about? You're hungry? It's not time to eat, baby girl. It's not. It's 3:30. You get fed at 5. Go ask your brother what time it is. He knows how to tell the time. Please show Babby. Abby. Hi. You doing scrunchies? Watch when I call her. Her tail will like completely curl. Abby! Abby! Give you the scritches? Oh, you're making me a liar? Where'd the curl in your tail go? You get a curling iron now? Yeah? Just some like... Oh, I bet you that was that Warhammer piece I was looking for earlier. I just threw it away without thinking. Yeah. Yeah, it's an arm. Okay. Abby has a little question mark tail. She doesn't know what's going on, so her little tail always does a little hook. I know. Let's go ahead and head out the door, though. Being too loud. Abby is full of love. No thoughts, just love. All right, have any, Oh, it's not hooked up. That would help. Abby is just like a sweet little girl. She doesn't know a damn thing, but she's trying her damnedest. Factory looking good? Cool. Don't look at it too hard. That bit doesn't look good, but a majority of it looks good. All right, so we're getting the plates now. I think that means that I redirect the coal. Still enjoying the game? Yeah, I wouldn't be streaming it unless if I was. The reverse can be true, but not that. Okay, so the water is up there, right? Yeah, so I need to get the coal up there. Or I could bring the water down here. I don't know which one's easier. Okay, random jump pad. Can I like position it so I can get up on there? I swear I can get up there. I can do this. No? I can't scrum it? It's best to put the liquid rather than the other way around. Okay, so that means that we're going up. This is taking longer than me just climbing the mountain. Yeah, okay, so we just climbed the mountain then. What's the best way to do this? Use the jump pad on the rock. I mean, I guess I could jump pad to on the rock, but I was trying to jump pad up there. And in order to do that, I need to be like there or so. Use an observation tower. This is very silly, but I think you're onto something. Yeah, okay. Let me, okay, should probably look at where it's going, too. When that dick is real good. God damn. Quantum fucking. Alright, well, you enjoy that, I guess. I guess I've got to stand, like... So I've got to put it a little bit away from the wall. Here? Okay. Neat. All right, so let's make a couple coal generators. So the water comes in from that side. It's really unfortunate. I think we could do this. I'm not really sure how many of these I could realistically build without issue. What the fuck? I'm just like stuck picking up everything. Okay, it stopped. Oh, that's really good news. They don't know me from Adam, I'm sure, Gear, but congrats to them. Oh, well, tell them congratulations, and I hope they have a speedy recovery on healing. Not enough space. That's the reason I can't. Okay, that's fine. Some clipping may occur. I think it's clipping into like the node or whatever. Okay. I mean, I think I want to turn this into a merger. Let's jumpstart this system again. First off, all the leaves go in there, and all the wood goes in there. So this will only work while the system's working. If the system ever runs out of power, then it shuts down again, because it needs power to just get going, is my understanding. Oop, this one's off. Now that this is gone, we can go ahead and get rid of this. And then, this is the one with the colon, right? Yeah. Yeah, I had to warn, this dad came in when I was working at GameStop, and his kid was excitedly telling him about bedroom wars. Or bed
New
wars?
technologies can be developed based on this new superconductive gold-like element, primarily in power and electronics.
It's a Minecraft
A
thing.
new research tree can now be
It's sort of
accessed
like,
in them.
you attack their base, they have their beds, you can respawn in beds in Minecraft. Blah, 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 yada, yada. We're working on coal power. And I had to explain to this guy, like, hey, you gotta be careful about who your kid talks to on the internet. He's like, why? And I'm like, you know, like, I think he got it almost immediately after I said, well, some people, you know, and he was like, oh. But just like that, he hadn't thought of that. Like, I'm not, I just wanted him to be aware that that was a thing that existed. We can add splitters and shit along here if we need to. But for now, we need to get a water extractor. Now, how do you work? I need reinforced plates. Cool. Isn't stranger danger still a thing? I mean, yeah. Like, the 80s had a bunch of, like, really fucked up, like, high-profile kidnappings and shit. The world's not any more or less safe than it used to be. It's just now creepers have new ways of doing things. I'm happy to be here for water extractor time. Yeah, violent crime has gone down, despite what our police budgets claim they need to be. It seems like it's gone up just because of, like, you've heard about things, but, like, that's just because anyone on the internet can tell you about anything that's happening. So it's a lot easier for someone to go, hey, murder. And you're like, oh, shit, I don't like murder. I need more copper sheets. I think most people are, like, against murder, but almost exclusively when someone they know is getting murdered. I need to get rid of some stuff. Are there filters eventually? In what way? What do you mean in what way? I need cables. Oh, like things that know what, I don't know. It knows what a thing is, so I don't have to, like, pick it up. There are smart splitters. Okay. What's going on with their copper plate production? Is this still turned off? Did I just, like, not turn on my engines after I refueled stuff? I think that's it. Production paused. No, I turned it off. That was the other one that I turned off. Okay, I mean, seems like I went through enough of the backlog that we're probably okay on that now. I turned that off because I needed to save power earlier. But hopefully this means that power doesn't matter anymore. I doubt that that's going to be the case. But we try. Missing wire. I knew as soon as I put it away that I was gonna need it. I have one of those stupid artifacts that I can't do anything with. Okay, what else can I craft? I've got a bunch of stone that I need to get rid of. There we go. That machine's all filled up, so I can get rid of that. Not much longer. Not much longer. Slumber sloop. Any other bullshit things? Doesn't look like it. Looks like I've got some iron problems. This is all filled up with iron. Meat tubes are for sink after you're done with meat research. Yeah, I guess you just throw meat into the meat thing. I just need you all to run for like a little bit longer while I figure this out. Current consumption is right around 200. So let's double that with coal, if we can do so without it being a total ball ache. The coal has finally jammed. This thing is not an infinite source of coal. Okay, good, good. Okay. Did I actually pick up the thing, or did I just completely forget to pick that up while I was doing all these other tasks? I did. I needed the power to be on so I could get copper plates. You may have to do maths. Don't wanna. Alright, coal. 75 milliwatts, 2 would be 150. So, if I have 4 of them, then I'm doing like double my current power output, which means that I can truncate the bio things as just a thing that boots the system up again. and have a little bit of wiggle room for the future. You got coal output, required coal per output. Coal burner, required water input per coal burner. And then you have to max the throughputs for water intake. Okay. Well, I'm gonna have to see how getting and using water works. I assume it won't start pumping immediately, because that would be very silly. All right, and then logistics, we need a pipeline. All right. Oh, does this need to be powered? Yeah, it does. All right. Why is that machine not working? That's probably a reason. Okay. But this one was jammed prior. What's wrong? Just no power? Was that all? Spaghetti wire. God, that is such a clusterfuck. Okay. Two are out of power. Oh, that's nice that I can climb that. How's it going? You still fucking? Can't say I've seen that move before, but whatever works for you. Coal plant should be working now. Huh, it looks like it's doing a thing. There we go. All right, I mean, that's one way of getting it going. Seems like power production is where you want the slugs. Greetings. Greetings indeed. One water thing is good for two coal things. Something also is attacking me? I don't see it, so I guess not. Power coal generator. Just building another one straight next to this one. might be lying. I just barely looked at the numbers. Let's check. Water extractor is getting a flow rate of... Why is that number moving so much? 120 square meters of water per minute. And this needs 45. And this one needs 113. 113. Yeah, I'm gonna need a separate one just for this guy. Yeah, that your ratios are probably right. Had I not overclocked this. I could probably overclock this thing too. The pipe also has max capacity. I see. Why is the flow rate fluctuating so much? It seems really weird. It's actually pumping chunks of water through at a time. Eventually, liquid systems stabilize. Okay. They need more plates, but it can make a splitter here. A little bit of room for it to make a turn, because it doesn't like making really sharp turns. Okay, so now we got coal going this way. It's better to overclock the pump and build more coal burners. You might be onto something there. Okay, so each one prior to me upgrading its speed can handle 2. So now it can handle 4. Missing copper sheets. Need to go get some of those. Seems like copper sheets is everything to piping. This seems significantly less difficult than the way that chat was making this out to be. I honestly just don't know what's your problem. Where are you? There you are. Come here. The problem with fluids is distance and flow rates. Got it. And going upwards. Oh, is it like actual fluid physics where going up in a pipe is like impossible? Or damn near impossible? Yeah, Mike asked if I wanted to do long drive, and I'm like, yeah, sure, I'll reinstall it. Copper plates. Okay, so that's gonna eventually empty out. This seems like it's gonna get jammed fairly regularly as well. So I think what I want to do, can I build this directly into the thing like you do with like other stuff? No. Okay, so I'm gonna have to deconstruct part of this first. That's fine. The floor is too steep. What? What? There you go. The conveyor belt is too steep. Bro. There we are. And eventually, once we empty out the storage that I've actually got for this, we can move on to... We can get rid of this ugly ass line here. I'm actually like low-key tempted to just... How would I do that? There's only so many holes in this. I guess I would just disconnect this for a moment. And then we just use from already built up stockpile. And then we have a second stockpile starting here that's actively growing as we're doing shenanigans. Can I make it look? There we go. All right, pipeline. This game is about building a factory that works. Unfortunately, I'm playing it, so it's not gonna. I hate that floating like that. Like... Just gonna... Just ignore the fact that that doesn't actually connect up in any way. It just looks less shit now, I think. Like it's meant to do that somewhat. They'll show you how far it'll pump too based on phantom waves being sent up with it. Okay. There we go. Nice and easy. Have you heard about the Unity thing? I have. Yeah, I've been recommending that people install and uninstall Hearthstone 580 trillion times. You know, like a thing that someone would do. A fluid buffer is just like the water version of... Well, I can't build it, so it doesn't matter what the fuck it is, but it's the water version of a storage container, right? Oh, that's weird. It's undulating. I hate it. Power, coal generator. I'm missing reinforced iron plates. Yeah, I think the Unity thing is functionally only going to affect indie devs, but that's why I'm saying fuck Blizzard. Because, what was it, diversity chart and fucking Hong Kong and sexual assault office. Blizzard uses Unity for Hearthstone. Did you turn off smart plates? You just said smart. That's not a thing I do here. I don't know what a smart plate is. I don't know what that means. But probably I have not touched that, whatever that is. The Unity thing is that the guy, Unity, I guess, announced today that every installation of a Unity game, or whatever Unity product, will cost the developer X amount of pennies per install based on what license they have. And, but they do have to hit a certain cap in a certain 2-month period. This is retroactive as well. So, like, if you made a game in Unity and it sold $1 million worth of stuff, then and if you reinstall a game or install it on a different machine, it counts as a separate install, which is very silly. Is it per install? You could rack up the cost for a studio by uninstalling and reinstalling a game over and over again. Yes, that's precisely the issue that people are having with it. I'm sure no one will abuse this technology. This thing's so fucking huge, I can't tell what I'm looking at. I think that's right. And then it should be able to connect up to one more. I'm missing rotors. That's new. I imagine, like, only a company like Blizzard or, you know, some big name company like that can actually, like, pay for the lawsuit that's necessary here to deal with the chicanery. A player is in the way. Really? That was the issue? God damn it, I have to go around. It starts next year on January 1st. That is a ballsy move to be like, what if we made our service suck ass? Would you guys be okay with that? And the internet as a whole was like, no? Twitch and Twitter still suck, but we still use them. Yeah, unfortunately, there's not alternatives to either. Not functional alternatives. Before someone actually tells me, oh, well, there's Mastodon. Or you could stream on Kick with gamblers and porn and scam artists. and just assholes who got banned from Twitch for being shit in some way or another. Most Twitch alternatives die to, yeah, and Kick will last for a while because Kick's business plan is not based on streaming at all. It's based on the fact that it can draw you into their gambling sites, which is the primary, I think, goal for how they're going to make money. And I think that's why they're being so aggressive in trying to hire talent, is because the system can operate at a loss. It doesn't matter. That's not the important bit for them. I think Mike decided to stop using Kick. Last time I watched him, he said that like he can only divide his attention so much, which is 100% fair. I need to get more rotors. It's the legit Watch XQC site, yeah. The Kick situation's so funny because when XQC is not streaming. Wow. Twitter's one of the few sites that allows like straight up not safe for work stuff. Can you move your gooch? Thanks. Oh, it's this way. Okay, good enough for now. I don't know why I put that splitter there, because I'm not gonna need it. Allow is a strong word. Okay, I mean, listen, I don't do sex work, so I don't know the situation. No shame. I've tried it out. It's just not for me. No one was interested in the art that I was making. There are people who want porn eliminated from the internet entirely. Yeah, that's, if you don't like porn, that's fine. You know, but like, as long as it's done ethically, I think it's fine. Everyone fucking loves titties and dick. A bill to protect the children in Texas was recently stopped due to it just creating an unreasonable constitutional burden on people. In Texas, for a while, you were supposed to, like, websites had to ask for your driver's license. And so you had to upload your driver's license to stuff like Pornhub. They never actually got this going through because I think it got stopped insofar as like it just was like a court order or whatever. Like, hey, hold up on that and let's talk about this one. And then the judge was like, this is dumb as fuck. Get out of here, Greg Abbott. You're fucking things up for everyone. You ever see the movie about the guy who got caught watching porn by his girlfriend? Isn't that just porn? I'm pretty sure I've seen that one. Give your government ID to a website. Well, thank you, Rosewater. Thank you for the 10 months of support. Okay, this isn't filling up that fast. What's wrong? I might want to increase the... Do you think you could swallow a golf ball? Excellent question for your first time here in chat. Egg spam, I'm gonna go with. Yeah, why not? Just whole? Do I have to eat it whole? Yeah, you never said whole. I think I could probably get like a knife and fork action going. I remember on Twitter I once saw a guy who said he would rather be a Nazi than watch porn. Do you see Pornhub becoming a legitimate competitor to YouTube? Pornhub is always going to have a stigma of it being porn, and that matters to people. I don't think that that's going to happen as a result. If Pornhub decided to make like Video Hub and it had nothing explicitly to do with porn, then it could be fine. Maybe. It might be still too closely related to porn for people to be okay with it. The Emoji Movie is still on Pornhub. I did not know that. There's a couple other things I think I'd rather watch on Pornhub before that. Just what's that? Uh-oh.
I strongly advise you to harvest this specimen.
Okay, they're not that hard.
Comply.
Oh, it is the cool-ass thing. I thought you were memeing when you said that.
Your contract legally compels you to harvest this artifact.
Yeah, I know. I could increase the production speed, but it's already getting jammed, so I don't know if that really helps any. But I need to get this out of my inventory right now anyway, so whee! Read an article that claimed the reason porn is, this is from Punstar Tracer, who's been around on my streams forever, helped me build my computer. The reason porn is prosecuted online right now is it used to be one web agency for porn sites known as MindGeek, and they got in hot water for allowing revenge porn and other types of illegal content. They tried to diversify in order to stop getting direct blame, but it in turn made the whole monetization agreements entangle and have bad publicity. I don't know anything about that. What purity is that node? Probably impure. I mean, some people just don't like the idea of porn being available. Oh, it's pure. That's good. I mean, the belt is already kind of jammed up. So in order for it to unjam, we're gonna have to make, like, the good shit. Let me just casually spend all of these rails. But this is, like, for power. If I can get this on lockdown, then I basically don't have to give a shit about power for, like, a while. If AI takes over anything, it's going to be the porn industry. Have you ever seen AI porn? I have. It's not good. It's really not good. It's really weird. It's all women with just like enormous badonkers. just beyond reasonable levels of badonkers. Wearing bikinis that would do nothing. You'd be surprised how in-depth the AI models have gotten. I have seen it. It is weird. The only issues now are the eyes. The hands are still an issue from what I've seen. Not that I peruse that much porn, but you know, it's good if you've never seen porn before. Sure. Yeah, or so I've heard. Yeah, I'm gonna go with that too. Would you say it's hand? I learned about AI porn existing because someone used AI to have Trump have sex with Geodude on Twitter. Cool. I need way more reinforced plates. What is porn? We'll never know. And the funny thing is that this is all just leading to a thing that holds it all. What? Okay, so that area has a much bigger AoE than one would expect. Like, it just didn't look like it was gonna hit me all the way out there. Now, this system will shut down as soon as I run out of coal in this system. Is there a reason that's jammed there? Huh. This splitter setup is wrong. I mean, this one's feeding 2. It's 60, 30, 15, right, because it's splitting twice. What's that big moving thing in the background? The manta ray or the big fella that just like walks around? I don't know what either of them are. They're just friends. Neither one's attacked me ever. So, it's probably okay. I think it'll be fine. I've decided it's fine because I don't feel like fucking with it. Let's work on basics of steel production then. So I need 50 reinforced cubies. Modular frames. Fuck. Fuck. I'll be right back. Ah. New things in the MAM. Let's check. Oh, I forgot to run this while I was gone. Fuck. Alright. I saw a lot of iron production spots that I could hit up. Yeah. No, my belt ratio. I was understanding that top outdoor, and that's why there's a whole bunch on that one side. But also, maybe if I ignore it, it won't be a problem. Like, I get it. I just don't want to. I want to pretend like I don't understand what you're saying so I don't have to, like, do anything about it. If your power gets low, your coal gets low, your power will drop incrementally. Okay. Can we not fuck with shit? That boy has a mouth on it. You kiss your mom with that mouth? I don't know if you guys heard him or not, but when I asked him, like, if he could be good, he said, Marara. Which just like, come on, boy. Alright, so... First off, is this a real problem that I need to deal with? No, but... Also, yes. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to set up the steel frame production stuff. And then... that'll take a while for it to actually make enough that I give a shit. And I need a way to get a lot more reinforced plates. And to me, that sounds like I need a reinforced plate production setup, which I've got over here with the screws. Do I make that into two separate things? Also, this system's incomplete. Do I have... Okay, I have conveyor belt stuff. It's fine. Oh, hey, that's really fucked up looking. Right, okay, so the screws are on the right side. So that means that this is gonna have to... Ooh. I'm somewhat tempted to, like, get rid of this and instead make it go, like, over this shit. I kind of want to get back into this game, but I'm too busy playing bad games. What a Chad. What do you, Okay. Yeah, I'm ready when you are, Mike. An hour and a half from now? Yeah, that should be fine. The long drive does have multiplayer. It's apparently fairly jank, but the long drive itself is fairly jank, so... We'll see if we can get it to work. If we can't, we'll figure something else out. It was highlight demanded by chat. Yeah, when I was playing long drive, they wanted it as well, but we were like... Forget what we were doing. We were kind of like on a YouTube binge at the time. I know a lot about not anything about cars, so I should be very helpful. So that one used to be cold. Or, coal, right? It's getting emptied out now. I don't know how much longer that has. It looks like that's going fairly quickly. How are we doing? Okay, we're doing pretty good on that. I'm tempted to unhook the thing, making it come down from the topmost one, and then just fill that with screws. And then reconnect it eventually. That's just dumb enough to be a good idea. So in order for me to do that, though, I need to go over to the other side and get rid of... Okay, first off, this. Right, because that's empty. So now it shouldn't... Yeah, now it won't empty into where we want it anymore. Tempted to actually move the... Yeah, I think now's the time to do this. All right, so just take everything out of here. And then... Since it's on the inside track, I kind of want it to go through here. And that way we can have a little bit less spaghetti. And this looks like a thing. I know I already have like a screw output area. This is probably the cleanest part of the factory, this part right here. Yeah, 100%. Ooh, this kind of looks jank. I just want one part of the factory to not look like ass. I know a majority of it does. Trust me, I'm aware. But if I can like show people like, oh yeah, this is my factory, look at how cool it is. Just ignore all of the shit over there. But this part's really cool, you know? I want to have an area that's like that. Okay, so now... Also, that just needs to move. I'm done with it. Yeah, okay, so we rehook that up once all of this coal is out of this system here. We might be able to manually move that somehow, but also I could give 2 fucks less about that. We need to get the screws from this side of the factory into the proper circulation. This is a little spaghetti right here. Is it worth unspaghettiing it? Overall, yes, but I'm not sure how I'm gonna get this where it needs to be. Do I have any screws being sent from this side to somewhere else? Is the juice worth the squeeze? Good. Yes, that. All right, so these guys come out here, but also I want it over here. And that all feeds into this system, which is constantly being jammed by lack of screw. Yeah, I'm getting screwed. Okay. I think, okay. So I don't want to hook up my initial screw thing to something else, because I think that would be too much of a ball ache to get situated. So where is this iron production going? I think it's like this. Anything else going on with this here? No. Okay. What the fuck? What the fuck? Yeah, no, that's fine. What in God's green earth is wrong with me? Okay, so we have two things that manufacture the pipes, and the pipes take this circuitous route to there. It sucks, but I think it's fine. I can hit take all, so maybe we just do... And this is the screw one, right? Already this feels a little bit better than we had, and it looks less shit, which is already great. We can kind of unspaghetti some stuff as we progress. Okay. And that can be used for something else. I don't know what yet. But some other... Yeah, I mean, listen, I needed screws at the time. It's okay if it's a little fucky. It's fine. I think the next step is to get a better reinforced plate system, because this sucks dick. And we're probably gonna have to do like pretty much the same thing and rewire the circuitry to make it go over to the other side. And I think that'll fix it. The smart plating probably has a bunch of reinforced plating right now, yeah. I think I can probably just have it all go to that for now. What an absolute shitpost this ramp is. I love him. How are we doing on power? Okay, so the biogenerators look like they're probably offline. Because it's 75 times 4. So yeah, 300. No, they're still going. We're just not using as much of the power right now. Okay. All right, so to make... God, it feels so nice not having to worry about power anymore. Reinforced plate is plates plus reinforced or screws. Make plates instead. Okay. Logistics, organization, foundations, production, construction. I feel like this is going to be the same mistake again. We're going to hope that I'm wrong on that. Okay. Okay. We probably want to fix this belt so that way it doesn't look like ass. Do I hear a rumbling? It's ridiculous. Okay, so this is stopped. It's because it's not set up for iron plates yet, and then also needs to have a place to go. And I want you to start making these immediately because I fucking need them. What the fuck? There we go. Always nice to have a little bit of a buffer. Conveyor belt is too long. Too steep. Okay. Is this... Oh no. Oh no, it might work. Okay. You have now discovered how I make train tracks across the map. This is bad, you know. Like this. Okay, so we've got a place for it to go in the meantime. But like, what's the holdup here? It's not screws. I think it might be iron plates. This gets split 3 ways, right? Okay, this is a splitter. I'm pretty sure this is a splitter, because, yeah, it is. Okay, so it's splitting 50-50, right? So that means that I could make another one right here, because it seems like I make more screws than I make plates. Missing reinforced plates. If only I knew some place where I was making those nearby. I probably just need to pump more iron into this system. I mean, the screws seem to be doing... Holy shit. We might be okay on screws. All right. Another constructor. Yeah, I don't really like the floating tracks aesthetically. I'll be honest with you. Logistics, and then I need a merger. Whenever I say merger in this game, I always think of like, I don't know, company mergers, not like this. So I need to have 30 per minute coming in. Each of these are producing 20 per minute. So this can fuel 1.5 assemblers. Am I doing the math wrong? That doesn't seem right. I need 30 a minute. Each one produces 20? So you do have just like a massive screw manufacturing thing. You need a plate maker or two. 1 in 100. You can underclock your machines. What? It makes ratios easier. Okay. Huh. Thank you, Toph. That's... I mean, I'm not having as many power issues as I was, but this involves the machine jamming less, which is good. The other option would be to split it or something. I don't know. I haven't even told it to make plates. It's making plates. Makes 5 per minute. Holy shit, that's bad. That's the reason I keep having reinforced plate problems. Oh, I haven't told that one to make iron plates. That sounds like something I would do. 5 per minute. Oh, it doesn't have power. That's the issue. Good guess, though. That would be something I would fuck up. All right, so this takes 1/3 of the iron that's being output by that one down there and splits it between the screws and 2 plates, and then the plates are being used at different speeds. I guess you could do 75, 75 as well instead of 100. And another one is 50. You can type in like /1/3 and it'll do that rather than trying to put 0.333 in. I don't want to be that good at this game. I don't want to understand what the fuck you're talking about. Like, I know what you're talking about, but I'm deciding I don't want to learn. I don't want to know. Normal limestone? What's limestone good for aside from sandstone? Or, concrete? Right now, just concrete? Okay. I don't think I'm wanting on it right now. I'll leave that for later me. Later me will be like, oh, that's convenient. There's a really good source of stuff there. This feels really inefficient. Holy shit, this is so slow. I don't even feel like I need to upgrade belt speed because I don't think that would change legitimately anything. Cannot afford. Need iron plates. Got it. The spaghetti's getting real? Nah, this is like a thing. We're unspaghetting, actually. Unspaghetting. That's rather unspaghetting of you. It's wonderful. Good sentence. I have 15 left. Okay. All right, let's go get some iron plates. Like, this looks really solid. This looks like I actually know what the fuck I'm doing for once. Like, look at it. Just ignore the fact that everywhere else it looks like ass, but this one particular stretch is very, like, organized. They're all, like, right up against each other. We're doing, like, the things. It looks great. The devs let you intertwine and no-clip conveyors for a reason. Yeah, I know, but I want it to look nice. How unhinged is too unhinged? No one stopped me yet. I don't know. I think I'm too hinged. My hinges are firmly on. Is there a limit? I mean, like, I haven't found it, I guess, is what I'm trying to say. I don't know what the limit on the hinging is. Foundations. Can I get rid of this? No. We have to just deal with that rock being there. Organization, storage, with the storage thing going that away. I do like that it automatically switches for you. That's really nice. We gotta be getting close to emptying out the coal, right? Yeah. In fact, I'm just gonna take out the rest of that. Okay. And now it's been switched to a different system entirely. And then we reconnect this here. Put that in there. And eventually this stops. And all the coal that we had been saving up till this point is now out of the system. Now the question is, how good is my coal production, and is it good enough? You're producing like 120 a minute. Okay. Because I only have one, and I think it's of poor quality. I've already forgotten what I said. Conveyors are bottlenecking to 60 a minute. Okay, so I do need to get better conveyors, but that's like... That's going to be in a minute, me, because I'm making reinforced plates now. hopefully at a decent rate. Now this does not need to split anymore. Cool. So that can be something. That's like kind of pathetic. My rotor output. Like I can manually transfer it with one slot. Oh no. I mean, this seems like a rotor issue here. Again, we'll figure that out in a second. We have upgraded conveyor belts, and now if we go by the conveyor belt section there, we should be able to loot it for some extra conveyor belts. Not that many, but we're gonna use this to increase our coal production situation. Okay, so we already upgraded this one. 5 o'clock, time to feed the kitties. I've got the upgrade, I just haven't had the reinforced plates to spend on it. But this is my power, and not having to deal with power anymore is worth this ridiculous thing that I'm doing. Automated power is huge. I mean, I still have my little, like, power setup, but I might deconstruct it to get more room back into my base. I'm kind of, like, trying to do a little bit of phasing out while I'm, like, adding stuff. Okay, I need 2 more here. I think I just need 2 more. It kind of looks like I only need 2 more. And then it'll go all the way from this coal plant directly into my thing. And then let's double check. It's pure. Okay, that's great. And then I upgraded the speed on this so that way it goes faster. It's 180 per minute. I don't know if that really achieves much. Because the belt speed at level 2 you were saying is 120, right? So it's always going to kind of jam a bit. So I need to actually probably get the tier 3 to get the full effect out of this, but I'm going to go get 2 more. Belt 2 is still bottlenecking it. If that creates a little bit of surplus for now, that's fine. I do like that this is happening here. That, like, the distance between the coal is increasing, rather than them being, like, in touching distance all the way. Tier 3 is after steel beams. Right, so it's going to be a minute. I kind of figured, because I think I just got tier 2, so I'm, like, not ultra concerned. All right. Are you already hitting max consumption on the coal? I don't think so. of power production. I don't think so. I've got 4 going, and I forget what the speed of that is. Oh fuck, that was like aesthetically necessary to make it look like this makes sense. It's a very expensive aesthetic upgrade, but I think it's worth. Because now that looks like less shit. It's like a total waste of resources. Whatever. There we are. Double check, make sure I didn't miss anything, but it looks good. Okay. Neat.
Harvest.
All right, I'm gonna go feed the kitties. I'll be right back. Give me like 2 minutes. BRB.
I strongly advise you to harvest this specimen.
I'm back. We home yet? Almost. There we go. Does the cool S thing do anything yet? Nah. Okay. So now we finally fix this thing. Like, this is important, but it was a low priority importance to me. All right. I have no room in my inventory for anything. All right. How did I do that where it was just wrong? Okay. That'll go in there for a minute. Okay. All right. So this really needs to hit a splitter like here. Yes. Okay. I guess that goes in over there. Okay, cool. I think I fixed it. Right, so this comes up here. Splits into two there. Splits into two here. Splits into two there. Splits into two there. So everyone's getting the exact same amount of coal. Hello? I think that's a wife. Okay. Can someone confirm if I'm doing this right? Because it seems like the ratios look weird. Like I'm barely getting... Okay, no, it's evening out. It was just fucked because it was fucked. Now it looks better. I think we're starting to get to the part where it's actually like... What I changed is finally meeting up with the conveyor belts in the back there. And then part of that is like how fast is it traveling on these things. Oh my god, that's a whole nother part of math that I just don't want to care about. Anyway. I don't imagine we're going to have an issue where I need a buffer. Get it all up to level 2 and you're good. I think at least from here, here, and here, those need to be increased. Yeah, up to the first split, at least. Makes sense. 25 plus 16 plus 8. So I just need a lot. Okay, yeah, our screws are wrong. Okay, we need some more. I also need to dump off some stuff. I do like that this area looks a lot cleaner now. That looks really nice. I can't get over that. We've unspaghettified it. And then I need copper wires for something else at some point. No, I just have that split for copper wires and wires. This is still real bad. I feel like we're making too many screws. Because we're getting like 2 reinforced plates and all of the screws. So let me see if I can figure out what to do about that. If anything. I think it's the iron input, yeah. I think you're right. Was it? Oh, I have a flashlight? Oh, neat. I need to put the grass that I have away. I actually think I want to make a stack here. This is mostly defunct, but not entirely. Okay. The spaghetti's not that bad. Oh my god, is that actually gonna delay my coal as well? I need iron plates for that as well. I feel like my iron plate production is really what's... I mean, like, I was gone all that time, and I have 4 or 9. Well, that's a fairly cheap way of upgrading it. Oh, the bottom one's full. Does that mean that the other ones are? No, we've only got 2 tiers full. Is the top... the second one filling? Yes, slightly. At some point... Okay, so I'm currently taking in more coal than I'm putting out, but not by a significant margin. Because we would be hitting equilibrium if that 37 just stayed at 37 or whatever. But with the number continuing to go up, even though it's only a little bit, lets me know that I'm getting more coal in than I'm spending. But only by, like, such a small amount that I don't think I can build another coal plant. I know I saw some iron. I think it was over here. You could have another one built that's at 50% power. That's true. It's only going up because of the bottle now. I think that's true. It's kind of hard to tell. So this is 120 per second. I guess we'd have to go all the way back to the front to figure that out. Don't really feel like walking all that way right now. Because I know there's some iron here that I want somewhere. Where did I put that iron? Is that the iron? I think that's the iron there. No fall damage because I did a 360. Important to note. Copper, okay. How's the factory spirit doing? Revicus Mechanicus. It's going good. I'm unspaghetting things, but I'm still having problems with reinforced plates, which means that I'm not even gonna try doing the stuff that's beyond reinforced plates for now, because I'm barely producing them at this point. And I think that just is gonna require more raw iron. Just more iron deposits to feed into that system of making stuff. I suppose I could make a splitter for the iron that goes into the screw maker to reduce the iron going into that system, because it seems like I have more screws than I know what to do with at this point. Like the machine's gonna jam soon. Are you iron? Yes, but it's impure, but it's a lot of it. Unlock the sink yet? I have? I guess that's a use for it. Wait, just... Oh. It just feels weird that screws are the thing. Check the MAM at all this stream? Not at all, no. Don't tell me that any of these are like super cool guy, like impure. Also impure? Cool, good. Okay. All right, and then that'll power the things at some point. I feel like rather than running the power all the way back, I probably want to just... It might be worth taking out that upgrade on the coal. Having an overflow is not bad, though. It's a little inefficient. Is this iron 2? This is iron 2. Okay. I think you just get, yeah, I think functionally, like, you just get less ore per tick out of impure. You can work around that, but it's better to get pure ones. Oh, no. No, 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 no. This ramp exists literally just that way I don't have to, like, make a blind leap of faith across the gap. It doesn't do anything else. I could probably just use, like, bridge material or something, like the metal plates, but should probably do that at some point. What the fuck are you trying to connect to? Floor too steep. Wire too long. Here. You cannot connect more connections to that connection. Oh, that looks bad. I'm gonna have to fix it. Okay, that connects it up with the regular global power supply. Which means significantly less work to try and do the thing. The objects are kind of like stuck to the belts. They're not really like on it, if that makes sense. And then because of the way I did this, we know that this is all hooked up to the main system. They didn't put physics on the stuff on the belts because I think that's just how you brick a game. Like this. Like, this is how you break this game. Is you put individual physics on all of the things on the things. Because it won't matter, and if it does, it'll just make things worse. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I can't think of a single occasion where that would be good for the player. So that's probably why they haven't done that. Okay. Well, thank you, Toxic Avenger. 103 months. That's a really long time. I'm just gonna... I don't know how many months that is anymore. That's how long it is. Thank you. This is super not relevant right now. But I just want to have a way to, like, save this information. Or save this ore. So, if the machine's running, we're at least getting something out of it. We'll unhook all this at some point, and then, I mean, honestly, we probably just make this go to one that's way over. Well, we were one of the first streamers to get to Twitch. It's literally because I don't know, I don't remember how to make a new icon for that, and I'm hoping no one will notice. The live stream years were wild. Not necessarily in a good way, but they were wild. Yeah, I don't think I've ever added more badges than the 2. Impure is a 1-to-1. That's good news. I was just figuring I would make it get out of the way for now. I don't like it when he does that. Autoplay was nice. Oh, Yol just raided. Hey, man. Thank you for the raid. Me and Mike are about to do a stream together. What were you streaming, dude? Hey, Rev, how are you? Well, thank you, Zakate, for the 25 months of support. I'm doing all right. Oh, my God, that's a lot of follows. Thank you, guys. I'm playing Factorio. So this is, or not Factorio, this is Satisfactory, which is like Factorio, except for 3D. Voices of the Void and shareware. I think I'm going to go back to the Voices of the Void on Wednesday. Because I had to kind of like restart my save on there because it just got super fuck. I don't have much of... Yeah, I've been playing Voices of the Void, like, Wednesdays, and then I go to Sinfessions after that. Sinfessions is, like, chat sends me, like, cringe things they did as a kid anonymously, and then, I read them, and we just laugh at how cringe and honestly, everyone is fucking insane, is what it comes down to. But yeah, we're gonna try and do a long drive co-op. Let's hoping that long drive actually works. It's sort of like My Summer Car, except for rabbits are hostile. Hi, wife. Ooh, okay. So how much is this producing? 180 coal a minute. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to go say hi to my wife, and I will just let Yol viewers slowly see my factory as we go to it. So I need to ride this back because I need to go get some more stuff out of my machines back at base. So I'll be right back. Mike did play Long Drive yesterday. Enjoy the scenic route, everyone. It's like a monorail tour, except for it's going to end in sadness because of the spaghetti. I'll be right back.
Harvest it.
I'm already back. What a ride. I love you. All right, I'm back. Okay, so I kind of just ran into the wall here. But anyway, that's the little trip from the power plant, and then that goes up there where we have, you can see the coal manufacturer stuff. I think it's less that the long drive has an ending and more that the content stops working. Sort of like the Farlands in Minecraft, if you remember that shit. Nah, Yol just raided me. What is this one? Oh, literally nothing. What the fuck? Huh, okay. Oh no. Oh, thank you, Ego. This game does have some excellent vibes. Like, my little mall here looks amazing. And it's like a sun shower for some reason. It happens in video games. Oh, and then you have the little fella who likes to try and fuck that thing. It's like his own little personal fleshlight. I don't know what his deal is. He's just like that. There are 2 down below, 2 up, so I need 4. I'm about to say that I wish this could do a thing, but, like, I bet you it can. Is there a thing I can press to make 4? Like, exactly 4 of a thing? Also, ma'am. Oh, wrong guy. Thank you for the 5 gift subs. And then, oh, Hesher resub for 40 months. I think I missed that one while I was gone. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I did. Well, thank you. If you got hit with that, make sure you thank wrong guy as well. Yeah, no, legitimately very little water. We had to kind of like scoot around a bit. We eventually found the water. And it's up there, which is why the coal plants are up there, because they're actually like steam powered. Okay, so the machine is now at the point where it jams. I think that means that I gotta make 1 more coal, but okay. Let's see what the steel plate production is like now. And I bet I have like 5 in here. $52, that's better. It's still bad, but I can make another coal generator with that. Have I met the Piters yet? Yes. They're leaving me alone for the most part. Okay. So right now I've got this splitter here. And that goes 2 into 2. That's fine. If I add another... First off, do I have the water power for that? The belts into the splitters are tier 1. Right, yeah. But even still, doesn't look like I'm using more coal. Like here, it actually seems like it just goes in continuously. I think it's the length of the track. So if I'm gonna increase any of them, I increase this one to get it on the same speed as the other ones. Did you try the arachnophobia setting? I did not, no. Gotta find like short segments of the thing so that way I can increase their speed because like I only have 6 on me, so. Okay. Will I stream Satisfactory with Yul? I mean, if he wants. I haven't streamed with Yul in like a while. That really was not as much damage as I was expecting. Yeah, I don't know if this is really Yul's type of game, but like, you know. I have a feeling it would just end up with like, let's troll Rev Hour. Wood goes in here. Grass goes in here. All right. Since crab game, that sounds about right. Crab game or duck game. Okay, so like that's gonna hook up to my thing at some point or another. Rather than, do we discuss the newest Unity fuckery? We did, yes. Please uninstall and install Hearthstone 580 trillion times. Because, I mean, not only does that fuck over Blizzard, but also Blizzard has big boy money. I mean, unless if you install and uninstall the game that many times, in which case not so much, but you know, theoretically. I was there for both games, yeah. Do I remember how to hum and scream? I don't remember the button for it, no. Yeah. So, I mean, like, if you really want to min-max, like, you do, like, what, competitive Pokemon players do when they're trying to EV train. And you do it with your phone at the same time, because Hearthstone is on, you know, phone as well. So you just have that installing and uninstalling at the same... I mean, your data rates are going to be fucked. Like, you're probably going to have more troubles with that than Blizzard is, but, you know... Launch mini Android emulators. Wonder if this is illegal to point out. It seems like it would be. The Pokemon Diamond and Pearl are remakes or Unity as well? What? Well, you can't really install. What does reinstalling Hearthstone do? Hearthstone is a Unity game. And Unity's newest thing is pay us every time someone installs something. Once January hits. This is Bitcoin mining backwards. Yeah, you can make the world a better place by just reverse Bitcoin mining. Oh, you mean this game is reverse bit mining? Yeah, I guess so. I mean, you're still fucking up the planet, so. I hope that people don't do that to indie devs. You know? It's a lot easier to fuck over an indie dev because they have less money. But you do that to like a Nintendo or a... Something like that. So these are impure, so that means that one smelter does the job, right? Oh boy. Is that more iron over there? Holy shit, fuck. Buy indie games, then pirate them, and then play the pirated version instead. Yeah. As long as it doesn't hook up to the internet, I don't know how. The telemetry is inside the pirated versions too. Damn. Pirate Pirate 580 trillion versions of Hearthstone. It's a free game, but pirate it anyway. I don't imagine there's a huge demand for that. Can someone explain how the Unity thing is enforceable? That's the cool thing. It's not. Unity deserves to fall for this backlash. You'll be happy to know that their stock went down massively. But it looks like there might be an insider trading thing going on as like an element of this, because the CEO of Unity, someone in chat was saying, sold a whole bunch of his stock on the 6th. Oh, is the guy like ex-EA? That explains so much. I'm like, why is Unity suddenly sucking so much ass? That's it. Because EA guy. Okay, I get it now. It took me a while to get there, but we got there in the end. We've solved the mystery. It's like a Scooby-Doo episode, except for like you pull the mask off and it's like EA instead of Mr. Jenkins. It's always fucking Mr. Jenkins. Please don't fuck this up. Thank you. Oh boy. Bobby Kotick? Wait, really? Bobby Kotick? That is the EA guy, yeah. I'm gonna have so much... It's a lot of devs, indie devs on... Okay, so this needs power. And this is something that I'm gonna depower fairly soon. Basically, once that machine is done. Any idea when long drive starts? I'm waiting for Mike. Should be fairly soon here. What are your thoughts on rice noodles? I think they're nice. I'm trying to remember if I've ever had them. I think I have. They're like chunk, right? They have like the chunk factor that the Italian ones don't. Charity bundle games are exempt. How nice of them. I mean, did I just put 2 smelters on the same thing? Jesus Christ, what's wrong with me? Okay. I'm waiting for him. I did see the conservative games thing, and it's troll bait. There's no way that anyone's that dumb. I just refuse to believe anyone's that fucking stupid. Steam is 20 years old today. That's wild to me. I'm 10 days younger than Steam. Wow, that feels bad. I was playing video games before you were born. That sounds like one of those things that a gamer would say as like a proof that he's cooler than other people. But I just see it as sad. Do you remember Adist? The name sounds familiar, yeah? No power, got it. He gave me my first Steam game when I met him on old Vinesauce. Wow. Wow. Kind of in the something. Okay, we have so many iron mines going. This needs to be fixed here. Is this empty yet? Fuck no. Okay. Rock of Ages was your first Steam game. Holy shit. I think mine was probably like Half-Life. Like the orange box. And then we got in trouble for pirating it. So I had to rebuy it. We were trying to play Spin Co-op. You working? Idle. Why? This thing's not on. Got it. Have you named that big creature that hangs around? Well, this one I don't know him personally. The other one I know of. This guy, like, he just kind of hangs out. Like, I don't know. Work friends? He works in a different part of the office than me. So I don't really have to, like, give a shit about him. Call him Dick? Oh, Big Billy. Genshin is on Unity? Oh no. I can save my friends from Genshin Impact. We could be free. Do people still hate Genshin Impact, or like, are we done pretending that like having fun is bad? You still hate it? I have not played it because it seems like Breath of the Wild, but as a gacha mobile game. And that's like a collection of words that just makes me flaccid. Like, that does nothing for me. I don't know why you would say something like that. Hey, Zombie Wang, how you doing? I was gonna create like a ramp or something to go up here, but then I realized I don't need to do that because I already have a ramp that goes up here. Is that Fred's new VTuber model? Thank you for the 25 bits, not a loaf of bread. I like his new shit. Like, the Astroline stuff is cool. I felt like such like it was like a dad moment where I'm like, I don't understand what you're doing, but it seems like it's making you happy, so I'm proud of you, son. Nick seems like cool people. I need to meet him at some point. The fandom basically claims if you don't have big boobs or jacked as fuck, you're a minor in disguise and need to be ashamed of yourself. Ask Fred to introduce you to his harem. The Genshin Impact fandom, I think, is what you're talking about. And okay. Real people are different than animes. If that's your take, you need to go and touch grass. I legitimately just need plates at this point. Oh boy. What's your plate preference? Boy, howdy, I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. Stuck? I've got all these going in a line, and then I'm betting that this is also more impure iron, yeah? It's pure, impure, impure. Is there a guy trying to attack me? Where are you? There he is. Ah, there you are. Yeah, that's Shrek. It's okay. System's still a little fucky. Whoop, fell. I need to get 2 more miners, I think, to make this like maximum iron plate convention time. I don't even know if I want iron plates like in this demand, but I, you know, just need some to finish building this. So I figure I'll just, rather than running all the way back to base to get some, I'll just do it here. Cannot afford. I need a lot more iron plates. That's what I'm saying. Okay, so overlapping. Mike is coming on? Okay. Maybe I make like the stackable pole thing on the opposite side? When is Mike going to be ready? I don't know, man. I'm not Mike. No, 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 no. Looks like he's ready. I mean, I'm ready when he is, so I'm just like waiting for him to message me or to show up in chat. Oh, I see. What the shit fuck? There you go. Hey, I'm live, just so you know. Oh, okay. Well, this seems like a good time to save then. Mike just messaged me telling me that he's live, so we save here. And I'm gonna raid him. Raid Jabroni _ Mike. Thank you guys for the follows. Thank you, Yol, for the raid. Stay tuned for the raid because we're gonna go play games on his channel. Long drive. So I'll see you guys there. Check if there's art. No, there's not. All right. I will see you guys over there. Bye.